What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, The Truth. And so you guys see the title, How to Be Able to Build Your Dream Life. And so I'm on the journey of building my dream life, and I want to be able to share what I know on how to be able to create your dream life. And so let's break it down. So what is a dream life? A dream life is basically your life, but everything that you do is like a dream. It's all your dreams being accomplished in that life. And so, a lot of people, they live, sometimes they live their dream, but they live one dream. Like, for an example, like Michael Jordan, he lived one of his dreams of being a basketball player, right? And I don't know if that was his dream. Maybe he was just completely committed to it and it became really good. But maybe it was one of his dreams to become a very good basketball player. But maybe it was another dream to become an astronaut. Did he become an astronaut? I don't know. But he accomplished one dream. But living a dream life is like you accomplish all your dreams, or almost all your dreams, because you are living a dream life. And so what I did was a shift of energy. And what does that mean? What that means is that I basically shifted, who I thought I was or who I am to someone totally different that aligns with the energy of my dream life. So how exactly did I do that? Well, one thing that I did was being able to shift my frequency. I shifted the frequency of what I was aligned with. And before we even talk about how to be able to do that, what is frequency? What is the, consequence of shifting your frequency? Well, first of all, frequency is just energy. And frequency is what creates everything. It's what creates form. If you look at that wall right there, that is a frequency of a wall. So that wall is an infinite being, and it's aligned with the frequency of a wall to be a wall. And so before we were, decided to come on earth, we decided to be aligned with a specific frequency. Then it created, started becoming form, which then the fetus started growing, and then you started becoming a baby and all these different type of things. So frequency is always a starting point. And based on my knowledge and based on me looking into this, frequency might be something that you have hold on to for a very long time. And I'm talking about like past lives. You might not believe in it, but based on me looking at things, it might be quite possible. And so if that is the case, we've been holding on to a frequency of, not only of this life, but you have one core frequency that if you look at the frequency, it has all the past lives and your life right now. And so everything that you are is based on that frequency. So that frequency is created all your pains or happiness. It guides you and directs you in specific ways. And so this is the reason why you seem to have this specific habit, or why do you decide to turn right instead of left? And consciously, you don't really know if you should turn right or left. Why do you decide to turn left instead of right? Is because the frequency is guiding you into wherever that frequency is destined to be. And so it's kind of like a bumper car. When you go into those like bumper cars, and the bumper car, you're driving it, but there's a line, and the line is on the top, and the line is what's guiding you to go, but you feel like you're driving the bumper car. That's exactly how it is. It's like the frequency is where it takes you to wherever the frequency is destined to be, but you feel like you're driving the car. This where it gets to the point where it's like there's no really you doing anything. It's really the frequency that's guiding you, and then the over of everything is God taking care of everything. So whatever you choose to align with, that's where you go. And this is where we need to be able to take responsibility and be able to go like, okay, what is the frequency that I'm aligning with? And based on the frequency that I'm aligned with, where is that going to take me in the next 20 years, in the 50 years, in the end of my life? And by being able to do that, you'll go like, fuck, I need to be able to change my frequency, because the frequency that I might be aligned with might not be well, and it might not be taking good care of me. So what is the frequency of your dream life? What is the frequency of the life that you want? And right there and then, if you ask that question and you just be with it, you're like, wow, feels good. Well, you could be able to have that. And automatically, once you start being able to align yourself with that frequency, your life totally shifts and changes. In the past, by me aligning with another frequency, I went to jail, I went homeless, and I went to the mental hospital. And for the past almost my whole life, I've been constantly going into self-improvement, constantly being able to study. For an example, I was studying wealth, and I was constantly studying wealth. But no matter what, I kept on going into a situation of being homeless. And why? Why was that? It got to the point where I felt like I was destined for that. And so out of nowhere, by me praying to God, God help me, God gave me the insight that I'm going to have to change what I'm aligning with. And I aligned with something different, and my life totally shifted. For the last 3 to 4 months, my life has went totally different, and it's a lot better. So yeah, so frequency is the way to go. So how can you be able to shift your frequency? I kind of already did it, but one thing I would recommend is getting a piece of paper and saying, what is the frequency that will create the life that I want? Or you would say, what is the frequency of my dream life? If you're able to do that, then your life will change. Now, let me give you a practice that you could be able to use in the morning and night that will be able to really help you to maintain this, because we still have the habit of being aligned with the old frequency, and it's even harder than the identity itself, because the thing is, the identity is created by the frequency. This is why a lot of people, they go like, change your identity, because if you change your identity, then your life will change. But if you change your frequency, your identity will change automatically. So this is what you need to do. Get a piece of paper, you write down, you chose the frequency that you want. Now, could you allow yourself to align with that frequency? Would you allow yourself to align with that frequency? When would you allow yourself to align with that frequency? If you're able to write that in the morning and night, your life will change. And when I say could you, would you, when you say could you, it's either yes or no. Be totally honest. For 2, say yes or no. Be totally honest. For 3, now or never. And if you're able to do that, things will shift. I would totally recommend that you go on my school community. I have a community talking about how to build your dream life and how to be able to build discipline so you can be able to have your dream life. And you could be able to one-on-one contact me if anything shifts or happens, because things will shift. You're gonna die and be reborn, literally, because you're creating a new life. You're literally creating a new life for yourself. And so I would definitely recommend that would be the second step. Once you be able to get a piece of paper, say could you, would you, when, go into my community and join it, and then whenever you have something, want to contact me. So that is one thing that you could be able to do to create your dream life. That is the foundation to be able to create your dream life. Another thing that I would say is go into your core. Go into your center. Place your attention and your focus onto your center. Don't place your attention and focus on your just whatever. Because the thing is that you don't know how to be one-pointed. You do not know how to control your attention, which then you do not know how to control your mind. You got to be able to learn how to control your mind by being able to control your attention. To be able to control your attention, you have to place your attention into one thing. And I would recommend being in your center, being into your core. When you're able to be into your center and in your core, you're in the survival instinct. You just know. You just know what happens. You know what you need to do. You know what is the right thing to do. It literally guides you. And you need to be in your center. This is the most safest and best possible thing that you could be able to do. My life transformed by being into my center and by being into my core. Another thing that I would say to be able to create your dream life is that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I got right now. I'm gonna have to start writing down these things because there's a lot to be able to create your dream life, and those two steps takes a lot, because you might not know what's happening, but that right there will help. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.